What is up, Aquarius? This is going to be your general reading for April 2021. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so this reading and this message can get out to other people like yourself. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for being here and thanks for watching. Let's just jump right into it and see what Spirit has for messages for you. So current energies, the heart of the matter right now with what you're dealing with is feeling a sense of how do I explain this? Sense of doing what needs to be done. Maybe you've been working a job, a career, or you've been doing what you can to survive. Doing whatever it is that it takes, you know, to be able to support yourself, if you're single, your family, your significant other people that you care about, that sort of thing. You're doing what needs to be done in a sense, but it's not necessarily bringing you a sense of personal peace and joy that, you know, brings you a love of life and, you know, that sort of thing. It almost seems like it's kind of like the rat race and you're just kind of doing what needs to be done, pay the bills, that sort of thing. I'm feeling like a feeling of just, you know, well, this is life, and you know, and life's hard, and you got to do this and got to do that, and maybe you've lost touch with what it is that brings you your own personal joy. And I'm actually hearing in my mind right now, Spirit's telling me that, you know, maybe you feel like, you know, what it is that you're passionate about isn't something that could be financially beneficial to you, or it's something that you feel that you couldn't earn a comfortable living doing, or something like that. And pay attention to those thoughts, because that might be blocking you from being able to see the real truth of what it is that you came into this life to do, which is obviously, you know, to achieve your own personal fulfillment on one level, but also to be able to share your gifts and your talents with the rest of the world. The challenge that you're facing currently right now, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So that kind of coincides right along right here with the message that I just spoke of. It seems like you might be feeling in your heart you're seeking some way to find more personal fulfillment in your life. You know, whether it be through career. I want to say it does feel to me like it's you know, you're kind of sick and tired of the rat race, and you want to be able to live your life and enjoy your life more. Not that you haven't done well for yourself. I feel like, you know, things are pretty stable, and if they haven't been stable recently, they're actually back on the mend, and they're, you know, getting better and that sort of thing. Like, I don't feel like you're in dire straits. But at the same time, it's not bringing you a sense of personal enjoyment. It's just feeling like I have to do this just because that's what life is. I'm just hearing in my mind, I just have to do this. It's the rat race. It's the, you know, just going through your normal everyday motions, wake up, go to work, do that, whatever. And then, you know, if you can squeeze in some time for yourself for things you do enjoy later on, then that's all well and warranted and that sort of thing. But it's not something that you necessarily put in the forefront as far as, you know, a career aspect. It's more of just kind of like a hobby or this or that. Spirit's asking you to kind of really take a look at your hobbies and what it is that you get personal enjoyment out of, and really question whether or not it's something that you could use to make yourself, you know, a little bit of cash, to be able to earn yourself a living, you know. Whether you start a side hustle right now, you do something, you know, in your free time that you do enjoy, but work towards like making it into a business or into a project that can actually, you know, generate some funds into your life. Underlying influences you need to focus on, what might be holding you back. Let's see here. Organization and logic. Bump the camera. Whoops. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So yeah, it's really kind of like, you know, looking within yourself and taking stock of your talents and what it is that you possess, and what it is that you can give to the world, and finding some way. When I hear them in my mind, the word, how can I monetize it? But me, it's just, you know, it's triggering me in a sense, like, you know, maybe this is important. is that how do I monetize this? When you think of making money from something you're passionate about, it's almost like there's a sense of resistance that pops up, like, it wouldn't be any fun, or I can't monetize this, it'll suck all the joy out of it. Maybe reevaluate that, I mean, think about how awesome it could possibly be for you if you could have a hobby or something that you enjoy doing and you can make money from it and support yourself with it. It's not going to suck the enjoyment out of it. It's actually going to make it more enjoyable, because not only are you doing something you really, really enjoy, but you're able to support yourself through doing it also. So I think that's an important thing, a really, really, really important aspect and thought to consider. Past influences for you right now. Looks like everything's been going pretty good. Financial security, finding the magic in the little things in life and this and that. So I think right now what it is that you're working towards is that you've got all of your bases covered, everything's taken care of, but you're still feeling like you're not finding the personal fulfillment that you're looking for yourself within it, you feel like you can wake up, you can go to work, you can do this, you can do that, you can do all the things that you want, that need to be taken care of. But at the end of the day, there's very little left as far as your own personal enjoyment. While you do enjoy and appreciate the things that you do have in your life, like I'm hearing in my words, I'm hearing in my mind right now, we all come here alone, we all leave here alone. So, make sure that you're really focusing on what it is that you can, do in a sense to continue this sort of prosperity and stability and that sort of thing, but at the same time bring yourself more joy, more fulfillment through doing that. There is something there. Maybe it's been overlooked. Maybe it's something you used to be really passionate about, whether it be an artistic thing like music or anything in the arts. I'm hearing creative works, dance, artwork, anything that using your hands to create something out of nothing in a sense, or just kind of what is it that gives you that tingly feeling? Everybody gets that positive tingly feeling that makes their hair stand up on end, and you feel that rush of excitement. What is it that that brings you that sort of feeling, and how can you, in a sense, create something, whether it's alone by yourself, or I'm also hearing right now, find other people like yourself, and maybe as a group, you can provide your talents to a group that will support you, and other people's talents collectively together can create something really, really cool that could actually turn into a really, really positive, like, new business venture that could be really successful. Current present energies at the moment. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment right there. So it's more about that successful self-employment, self-fulfillment. Maybe you've been thinking about starting your own business. Maybe you've been working, and I'm hearing right now in my mind, maybe you've been working in a job, and as far as the rat race goes, maybe you're just tired of working for somebody else. Maybe you're tired of receiving a paycheck, that somebody gives you every week or bi-weekly, that sort of thing. And you feel like you've learned enough about this topic, and maybe it is something you're passionate about. And maybe, for certain people, this message, certain Aquarius, people, this message is about, taking everything that you've learned and stepping out on your own and creating a business that might be even similar to what it is that you've always been doing, but being your own boss. Maybe that, for some of you, is what you're really looking towards, is to, stop, working for someone else, whether, say, you work in a creative field of some kind, and, oh gosh, how do I explain this the best? That's the vibe I'm getting here. So if there's something that you're passionate about, if it's not starting something new, it's kind of stepping out on your own and creating your own kind of, venture, and, opening up your own business and using your talents and your wisdom and your knowledge from everything you've used, and not having to be under the thumb of somebody else anymore, not having to answer to somebody else anymore, not having to, follow somebody else's rules, and kind of take that, do it your own way, in a way that would allow you to feel like you have the freedom to create and do more, instead of having to follow certain guidelines and that sort of thing. As long as it's beneficial to you, those you care about, and everybody else that you provide a service to, there's nothing wrong with it. Near future, let's see. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. I'm getting an interesting energy from this one. Maybe this is relating back to how you feel about, you know, maybe there's a lack of security, you know, within yourself, feeling like you possess what it is that you possess what it is that you need in order to be able to step out and take this venture for yourself. I think it's important in this moment to be able to really take stock of the wisdom that you possess as far as, you know, what it is that you're choosing to create, what it is that you're choosing to do to provide yourself your own freedom. While in the past you may not have had, you know, the wisdom, the ability, the knowledge, the know-how, everything you needed to know in order to be able to do that sort of thing. Through the process of, you know, working for others and following goals and working for other businesses and stuff like that, you've actually gained that wisdom now, and the time is right for you to strike out and do your own thing because you do possess everything you need now. So it was just a process of learning and understanding. So don't let those insecurities that might be coming up from the past regarding any of this, you know, really hold you back. Make sure, you know, like you can, you know, you create a solid outline, you know, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, get your ducks in a row, that sort of thing before taking any big moves or any big steps, stuff like that. But you'll find that you're probably a lot more wise and you possess a lot more knowledge about the topic now, and that insecurity kind of just seems a little outdated, you know, like it might have always been there in your subconscious, that sort of thing, you know, just because that's the way you felt, working towards, I'd love to do this, but I could never do it by myself, that sort of thing. If you look at yourself in the mirror now, you might go, oh wow, I have everything I need. This is totally possible. So I think that's something to really consider. Let's see, strengths you possess currently to be able to deal with this situation. Objective decision making, clearing all away that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. So I think it's more of, you know, taking, like I said, taking a look in the mirror, looking at yourself, being realistic and saying, hey, you know, back then that wasn't possible. Right now, this is totally possible. I've learned enough, I know enough, I understand this enough. Holy cow, I can actually do this now. And maybe you crossed that line in the sand in a sense, and you didn't even realize that you reached that potential. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to say right now, is that you do now possess that potential, and it's time to start putting that to work for you and to allow that to help you to create more personal fulfillment for yourself in your life. Any external influences that you're dealing with right now. Let's see. Review and evaluate. Favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. I mean, what else needs to be said? That just ties right back into everything that I've just spoken about. So I think the most important thing is to look at everything outside of you, these external influences, take stock of your wisdom and your knowledge and your talents and everything that you've learned, and really realize, hey, you know, I can do this. Hopes and fears moving forward. So I'm almost feeling like a push-pull on this one when I look at this card. I think that it says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. You know, through, I'm hearing in my mind right now, through doing your own thing and using the wisdom that you possess, you can actually be that, you know, that person on that top tier and actually provide what it is that, you know, you have toiled through and learned, and the wisdom and everything like that you've gained up until this moment. You are now on the other side of the fence, and you have the ability to actually be the person in charge, and you can give to other people, you know, maybe younger people or people that are, you know, that don't possess, you know, the same wisdom that you do. You have the ability to kind of lead the path, so, you know, along the way, that they can eventually do the same thing for themselves. Final outcome for your reading right now is going to be a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, positive resolution of conflict. So I think that right now this is more about your own personal fulfillment, your own personal influence, your thoughts, your actions, what it is that you're working towards. You know, you'll realize through taking stock and growing within yourself that you do possess the knowledge, the wisdom, and the ability to do these things. You'll grow in a much closer personal relationship with yourself. You'll have more self-acceptance, self-confidence, self-esteem, that sort of thing. And I think really right now all it is just kind of reassessing what is true, what's going on in the current situation. If this helped you at all, I'm glad it did. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd greatly appreciate it, and I'll do my best to reach out and respond. That's all I got for you right now, Aquarius, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the future.